Yep. Yeah, buddy. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. Let me get to this roll call real quick because I had a bit of a long day, and we're supposed to stretch out and have these conversations, but this is kind of frustrating. And I got my brother upper echelon in the building, man. Salute, brother. How you feel?
I feel blessed, Drew. How you feel today, brother?
Man, I
Shalom
feel
and blessings to everybody out there.
I feel okay, man. I feel okay. You sent me this. Someone else sent me this right behind you too, incidentally. First, let me say what's up to people in the building, man. Love is the word. What up, sis? My brother LaRon, Broken Traditions in the building. Let me know if you want to link, LaRon. Jerome Truitt, Daniel Mitchell, Picasso, Rod Neal, Philip D, Mark Wunderlich, Salute, Mike the Reaper, Omega Red, Frank from the Land, my brother Willie Lowe in the building, Steve L. the Mac, Woke, Jerome King. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Jared, what up? Jerome King, salute. Visual. We're very visual people. But if you blink, you'll miss something. Now, the normal person, I'm not going to say the normal person. The average person will look at this and not see a problem. But as soon as the brother sent this to me, in 2 seconds, I saw the problem. In 2 seconds. And you see, when I get on here and I talk about black families and how they've made our dysfunction the norm, they've lied to women and told them that, all we are dead in jail and in front of the video game and we ain't worth it, and get away from them and get your education and do it yourself because you're a strong black woman. Do you see? Thank you, love is a word. You see the fucking problem here? So what I'm asking is this a stereotype or is it accurate nowadays? Because there's a lot of women that won't see a fucking problem with this. Do y'all see the problem with this? Do y'all see the problem with this? I see a family with 2 kids on the upper right-hand side, 2 children and a dog, all right? On the left, 2 children, all right? On the bottom left, a mixed couple with 2 children. On the bottom right, a single black mother with 2 children. What the fuck?
Everybody got their daddy for us.
Everybody got their daddy for us. David Scott, salute. Now it's gonna become normalized. Do you see this shit? And when I speak on situations like this, when I said a couple of shows ago, like, yo, man, we need to make a deal. Remember a while ago, like months ago, I did a show. Do the women do y'all even like us? I asked that question, and I'm still met with this fucking resistance. But now look at what they're doing. Not a black father and his two children, a black mother by herself with 2 kids. I don't know how that sister stood there and took that picture, and that's just a paycheck for her. She's just trying to get her face out here more than likely. But goddamn, man, this is fucking posture. This is ridiculous, man. This is what they do. Upper echelon, man. First of all, let everyone know who you are, and then let's kick it on this topic, man. This shit is disgusting.
This upper echelon right here, I got the upper echelon sports bar, but I also have 2 other channels, Judah's Elect and the upper echelon men. We're trying to teach our men values, and the other one's teaching the true religion. But I'm not gonna go on that here. But if you want to know more about the true religion, you can subscribe to my Judah's Elect.
Make sure you get those links in the chat before we get out of here.
All right. But yeah. Clearly I seen this was an advertising commercial, and I did a video on it tonight. But then I told my brother Drew about this thing right here. You see, the problem is a lot of people don't see what's wrong with it. Mm-hmm. And see, what it is the government got everybody so hypnotized and monetized and got people seeing through these shadows. They don't really see the bigger agenda. See, The woman was at home nurturing the kids, making sure they had their core values while the man was out there providing. And even though they did this equal rights and everything, that wasn't for our women.
Right.
That wasn't for our women. That was for Jane and Karen. That was for them to get out there and get in the workplace. Our women, traditionally as Israelites, our women came from nurturing the family, but there was also a strong backbone. And see, now they got it so much that the women are so empowered, they're showing a masculine trait. And what they're doing out here, they effeminate the black man so much that the women don't respect our men no more. You got men out here messing with other men. You got men out here who have emotional breakdowns like a female, who sit there and argue back and forth. That's not what a man does. You got men that's not leading, men that's sitting there leeching, men that's leaving women out here to fend for themselves. And we got women who out here want to have hot girl summers, want to get around, not having no more value, doing this and that with anybody they see. And then they raising these kids. The man's out the household, so the children's growing up without a man present, and the woman's trying to teach a man. And a woman can't raise a man. They can try their best, but no woman can raise a man to be a man. Just like an alpha, a simp can't teach an alpha to be an alpha. You need that guidance right there. And when these men don't have that manly guidance out there, then they go out there and they're a menace to society, actually, because most of them, they get out there in the streets, they find the wrong role models, and they get out there. Some of them get out there getting drugs and gang banging and stuff like that. Some of them do see, but the majority of the most, they get caught into this prison system, and it's a revolving door. Once you get in, it's double hard to get back out. And what you're doing is, these kids that's growing up without fathers are more likely to go to jail. So say like they have kids, so these kids are growing up without fathers as well, and the government's taking care of our women and telling our women what we can and can't do. So they effectively separate the man out the household. So when they come, it's no man to be there to protect the woman, which we're supposed to do. And it's a revolving cycle. Without the man in these kids' life, they're not going to know how to be men. And then that's where these effeminate men come from. Men wasn't like this 20 years ago. Men were manly men. You look at China, you look at Russia. Those men right there, they army, they focus on their army. The United States Army just put out a poll. They said 30% of the class was getting injuries, like they were breaking their bones because their bones was too brittle. They couldn't make it through basic training. We have become a soft nation, a soft state, man. Like, where has all this gone? It's like they trying to push another agenda that I'm not going to mix it on this podcast, but we know about the rainbow. We know what's going on. And this is what they're pushing. They don't want you to be a masculine, manly man. And that's the problem now.
No, you said something very, very, very accurate. No woman could raise a man to be a man. And I had a picture up here. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. From last show. Let me see. This sister right here. Let me get a picture up here. And these are the type of things we're talking about. Okay, this sister right here. KP's killing him. This is her Instagram. This is a screenshot of her Instagram. Now, see what type of Instagram she has. She's half dressed. She's a very voluptuous woman. I'm trying to be respectful. Boobs out everywhere, ass everywhere. She's natural, thick as hell. But here's my problem. You know, she cute and everything. I go to her gram and I look, boom, there's her son. That's her. And you can see right there, look on the bottom. That's her son. Explain to me why this woman, and there's another picture of her the other day, she's bent over with a thong on, but she's so thick, you can barely see the thong. She looks naked. Okay? Now, the poses that she's doing, all right, on her Instagram, I'm sure that it's netting her dividends, right? And she'll tell you that she's a boss and she's taking care of this young king right here, who he also, I think he had cancer and he beat cancer. So salute to him.
Salute to him.
You know, but I feel bad for the kid because I don't know if he's special needs or not now, But he has to go to school, and these pictures are forever. All right. When she retires from this, because she's gonna hit the wall, and when she retires from this, everyone don't saw it already. And when he gets to a certain age, he says, Mom, my classmates, they all know who you are, and they clowning me, and I beat cancer, but now I'm not feeling too well mentally. She's gonna react. I did this for you, and no one else was taking care of us but me, and where's your father, and all this, that, and the third, and then daddy's gonna be the bad guy. When in reality, he's probably not around because this is what she does. It was all about her. All right. I'm looking at model, seeker of knowledge, health, and wealth. First of all, although she's thick, she's overweight. So she can't be looking for help all that much.
Or knowledge.
Because no man is going to want, I can't find one guy that's going to take her serious with this little man, and she has an Instagram like this. Now, there's probably she'll tell you a ton of dudes are in her DM. Yeah. Now, one of them want to make her his wife. And this is the type of bullshit that we deal with. And when I get on here and talk about the problems in our community, now what you said up, Echelon, is that the women are supposed to be where the kids first learn is from the women in the household, the mothers.
Exactly.
Those are the first teachers. So when we say that the women are the backbone, that's for real. Isn't that enough credit? It's some credit. It's the beginning of the credit. Y'all are the nurturers.
They shape the future. They shape the future. Like they thinking just being at home is a boring job. No, you have the most important job, because through the crucial years, you're shaping the minds and the futures and the mentality of our children. Mm-hmm. They need that right there. They need a little bit of both, though. But don't weaponize the kids as well because you're mad at the father. Even if you're not with the father, the father should still be there. A lot of women like to weaponize the kid. And the only person that loses out is the kid.
That's right.
You think you hurt the father, but you hurt the kid even more.
That's right. And it's amazing how we're on here and we're not being disrespectful at all. We're just saying this and we're pointing out a discrepancy, because that's a discrepancy. And you would get someone, not necessarily the sisters that be in our chat, but you would get a woman that'll argue us down and saying that she's liberated and it's empowering, that what she's doing. But I'm looking at that little boy. I'm gonna put the picture up again. I don't know how old this little boy is, but I'm gonna say he's about maybe 8. He looks like a target. If I was in his class at that age, I'd probably have to be protecting him from other bullies, because that's what kind of kid I was. Leave him alone. That's who I was. But he looks like a complete target. What's she gonna do? Put him in karate class? She need to do something. This is irresponsible on her end, and no one is saying anything. Now, all I say is simply reverse the roles. Let's say there's a dude. He's running around making his booty clap, and he got his shirt off, and he's all diesel. And then you scroll down, and he's like, "This is my heart," and he's hooked up with his daughter. The world would have a freaking heart attack, man. We don't get the same luxury. Not that I even find that luxurious. I don't get the connection. She couldn't have a whole other Instagram with her real name and just dedicate it to family. Why is that little boy on her Instagram? It's a tactic. She's looking for sympathy. She wants some dude with deep pockets to come say, "Yeah, man, I live in Dubai. Bring your son. I just want to see a camel defecate on you." And some of these dumb bitches go for that. See, here's a lot of shit y'all don't know. This is ridiculous. JC, salute. Mansa Musa says, "Only our black talk about killing us. Only our women promote being strong and single, and they don't need a man. And only we can trace all our own history about us, but don't care to look, but others do." Exactly. Everyone likes to tell us about our culture, but us. There's only a handful of people that do that shit. And, you know, salute the legendary Top Cats. You know, I know y'all don't see him around much, but I'm still subscribed to the brother. I still listen to his work. And he's knee deep, waist deep in black culture and where we come from and the differences and stuff like that. But we need things like that. We need brothers like Upper Echelon doing things like that because we are responsible for ourselves, man. And when we talk about women needing authority, not under a man's authority, it sounds fucked up. But again, and I say this almost every show, black women chose Uncle Sam and the government over having the husband in the house. And from 1964 to 2022, y'all are no longer under a black man's authority. Y'all are independent. So much to the point where y'all don't even think y'all fall under the category as black people. It's black people and black women. And look at what you're doing now. Y'all are in school the most, but not really the most educated, because y'all got a lot of school debt. The pregnancies are up, but the marriage is down. And just the other day, y'all are the least desirable women to be with of all ethnicities. So the facts are in, whether you believe it or not. And what I said last show is that bothers me. It bothers me. And what I was also asking is, as a community, how do we fix it? Because I'm tired of fighting with these fucking women. They seem like they don't want to listen.
You know, I can't blame it all on the black woman. You know why?
Right.
Because, like it says, as an Israelite, like it said, it's first it falls on us first. Us first. And I'm gonna go ahead and be real. The black woman has taken a lot of shit. Like over the last years, now I'm pro my people, but over a lot of years, you got rappers. The first thing they want to do is talk about the black woman. They share on them. They talk about how they thoughts and how they do all this. Like every race downs the black woman. Like it's some type of game to down the black women. You even got these the Transformers come out. They clown the black women. You know, the Decepticons, they clowning the black women. Everybody shits on the black woman. So the black woman has her back against the wall, and she don't know who to trust because her own man is selling her down the river. But that's why I get at my brothers, because that is what we're fucking supposed to be here for. We're supposed to be here. The Most High told us here to lead our households. And I've done met so many women who others thought was difficult. And she's too masculine. No, she's not too masculine. You're not masculine enough. Because a woman needs that guidance and ordinance. And a lot of them didn't have their fathers in their lifestyle and in their homes. And so that's what they're out here searching. They have an empty void. And you as a man, you need to elevate yourself so you can be there and give her the knowledge and discipline in which she needs. Because
you said something very key, brother. You said something very key. The father wasn't in the household. I just said before you said that, 1964, the women chose the assistance of the government over having a black man in the household. They infiltrated our household and they removed the black father.
CIA.
You're absolutely right about that. So to understand how we got here, we have to understand where it started. And that's where the decision was made. And that now that we've pinpointed it, I'm saying, what do we do now? Because there are niggas out here that ain't shit. I say that every night.
Me too. I was one of them at one time.
There's a lot of I've never been on that level, but I do understand that 16%, and I don't acknowledge it at all. But I understand that 16%. Where did it come from? Single households.
I was one of them so-called Pookies and Ray Rays. You feel what I'm saying? But my wife, you know, as I was out here doing this and that, you know, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was sliding everywhere. You feel me? But I had a woman that she was strong and virtuous, and she stuck with me when everybody told her not to. And you know, I realized I found out stuff the hard way. Like when I went to go do 10 years in federal prison, I went to go do 10 years when I was 18 years old. You feel me? They gave me a 10 to life plea bargain. And on the guidelines, I had to do 122 months. I was 18. And I had a lady before then, and she left me my first year. And when I came home, she thought she was gonna come back. So you know, I had even more distress. So I was out here going ham, and I met my wife. You know, we got 2 kids. My daughter just turned 14. My son, he just turned 9. And I got another son that's gonna turn 6 with another woman, but that's a different fact because we had broke up at the time. But she did the one thing no woman ever did. She held me down when I got locked up again. Because I got locked up again on some BS. And I was gone for like another year. But she was there every step of the way, every day, even helped post an astronomical bond. Like, she got rid of everything to post my bond. But she got everything back and some. But she showed me, like, damn. You know, like, she's really down for me. And that made me want to change for her. And then it made me want to be better for myself. And then I started looking into our culture. And then I see what's wrong. Women, they're looking to be accepted. They want a strong, dominant man. And that's why they go to the Pookies and Ray Rays, because the Pookies and Ray Ray, they may not have the cash. They may not have the drive, but they have the masculinity. They have the drive. Like, we have the manhood. Like, we have the like, women want to try to build us because they know when they look at us, they see a man. You feel what I'm saying? The definition. We not in these skinny jeans. We not out here playing these damn reindeer games and none of that right there. And see, that's what us men have to do. Real men don't argue back and forth with a woman. I mean, you know, when a woman does something, you know, you let her know she's wrong. But you ain't got to be disrespectful about it, but you know, you cut it, check it at the time. And a woman appreciates discipline. If you don't discipline or you don't stop a person from doing something that you know is wrong, then they're going to walk over you. You have to have the confidence in yourself to be able to check that. And if she don't respect that, then she's not for you. Because first of all, as a man, you got to have respect for yourself. And if you don't, then nobody's going to respect you.
I agree 100%. But to add to what you're saying, where we're out of order is, even if it's hard to find a virtuous woman. It's difficult for men today who are not in that 16%, who are responsible, well-educated, in the middle class or above that, childless, and they've been responsible, being that they don't have that Pookie and Ray Ray aura about them, they can't get the look. And where the women settle down for the Pookies and Ray Rays, they say, well, he's not the brightest and he might not have a job, but if some shit pop off, he can protect me. Now, I get that, but at the same time, you get what you asked for. Because that is a Pookie and a Ray Ray.
Yep.
And you get what you asked for. Another thing is, the 84% of men, it's difficult for them to find a woman that'll submit to their authority, because words mean something, and to them it means everything. Submit and authority, those two things together, having that conversation is a recipe for disaster for today's modern black woman, modern women, period. We just saw what happened with Tank. I don't know what Tank's relationship is with his father, if any. But
see, one thing I have with Tank, man, see, it's all about, like you said, you get what you ask for. And if you notice, Tank still go after these wild, unvirtuous women. Look at his baby mama, look at Ari, then look at this girl. This girl, Vanessa Meek, got rid of her because, you know, she was wild, bro. Like, he keep going after these flashy Instagram types. Like the girl Ari, G Herbo got rid of her. I mean, it's a reason why people are letting these girls go. And Tank is, I'm gonna tell you one thing about Tank. Tank's my boy. I love what he do and everything, but Tank is not a Pookie or Ray Ray. You know, Tank is part of the 84%. And see, when he gets a woman, they do whatever they want to do with Tank. I've watched it with the Ari and all that right there. And see, he tries to be a good guy and everything, but you got to realize it's about being a man at one time too. Like an 84% is still part of being a man.
You think Tank knows how to be a man? Because I don't know. You think he knows how to be?
To be honest, we being honest right here. We being honest. See, Tank didn't have that male role model because he has too many effeminate tendencies. I'm just being honest. Like the way he argued bicker, backbite, and the way he don't stand on his square, like he'll say something and delete it. That's not what a man does. Like, he needs a man. He needed a man. He still needs a man to come in there and show him how to be a man. Because a lot of stuff he do isn't what real men do. But you know, you got a lot of people that's out learning as they go because they didn't have a man role model. Like, that's when Calvin Ford needs to step in and show this man how to stand up and be a man. Because he's of the new generation. Like, that's the problem. Us as older cats, we teach these younger cats, like, look, you need to tighten up and start thinking like a man about bettering yourself. Once you get yourself better, then you can think about the future. But you have to have a foundation to stand on first. You can't just start building the daggone house on grass or in the damn woods without putting a good cobblestone and foundation down. You need to clear off that land, and you need to get you a good solid basement built and get that foundation going. Then you can build from there. And once you start building, then you find you somebody that's going to add on to it, not take away. And with all the women in the world out here, it's enough. Women outnumber the men 8-1 in the world. Worldwide, 8-1. So you're going to find a woman. And if you don't find the one that you want, sometimes people go off looks. It's not all about looks. Sometimes you need to go off one that adds to you and synchronize with you, because looks fade. Looks are not forever. Looks come and they go. But you need somebody that you can, when the damn all said and done, somebody you can sit, talk to, and grow old with, and somebody that adds to your value instead of taking away. And that's somebody for everybody out here. It's made sure we lazy, we don't want to go out there and look for it. And most men don't get that foundation right before they go searching. And that's why they having so much problem out here.
Let me say this, and salute to Hamza S. He says Tank mom was a dope fiend and his dad was absent. He never had a chance. Yeah. And it shows. I don't know Tank. I know Tate Jones knows Tank on a better level than we do. But let me say this. There's a difference between a want and a need. And I'm at a point now, because I did a couple of shows ago, I'm at a point now where us as a black community, we need to make a deal with each other. Because, Stormy, salute. I'm in a position now where I am concerned with my community. And I know, I don't know if Sean is here or not, but she thinks I get on here and I just bash women to be bashing them. No, I point out the discrepancies. I also point out the discrepancies of the men. But what the women have a problem with is that the ratio was so lopsided. But you hear what you just said? Women outnumber men 8-1. There's more women than there are men on this planet. So we have more options, which means we don't have to put up with the women that choose to be like how Tank's baby mom is. And unfortunately,
exactly,
the Tank's baby mom, that's a lot of women. How the hell can 16% of these black men be Pookies and Ray Rays, but they're responsible for 90% of the births out of wedlock? That means that women don't know how to choose men. And they're choosing these Pookies and Ray Rays by choice. And that is such a sad state of affairs. And what I'm trying to say is, okay, man, look, chick, you made a mistake. Acknowledge you made the mistake, but you got to partner up with a fucking dude. I don't care. I really don't care how he looks at this point, because we're going to have to take care of each other. We are we're out of time. We don't have time to be fussing amongst each other. I'm looking for a solution. So when I show this picture and I ask, is it a stereotype or is it accurate? 48% of black women are going to be single by 2030. That is large. Divesting's not going to work. No white man's going to put up with your bullshit when your brother's not going to put up with it. Your black brother's not going to put up with it.
But see, what we got to get to as a people as well is stop looking at the image that they portraying. See, they put these rap songs out here, these videos out here, and all this Balenciaga and all that. I used to buy my girl and all that stuff right there, but then I realized, first off, we're giving the money right back to the people that put us in bondage right there. First off, you can't do that. Second off, when you out here trying to live like the Joneses and chasing after material possessions, is a form of idolatry as well, and you'll never be happy chasing out the personal possessions. Look, if our women and our men both start trying to get the bag and start thinking about building a future, then we'll see a lot more change. But see, women, we be on that social media, and women be looking at how other women are living and get envious and want to live that lifestyle. And then men be on there seeing
Fake.
they see this and that women right there. Now they feel like they players and they want to test everything out, and then they want to get all the cars and everything right there. And our mind, we done missed out on the true lesson. The true lesson is finding somebody that keeps you happy and building a family. That's what we're supposed to do, is multiply out here. And I've had money that I couldn't count. When you count, you didn't have enough. But one thing I realized when I had that money, I didn't have trust. And what didn't come with it was loyalty as well. I didn't know who was there for me for real and who was just there for what I could do for them. And women used to tell me that if they don't do this, I'm special. But everyone keeps saying this, so how special am I? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, I used to have my way with the women as well, but this is what I'm saying.
No, and I agree.
We need to change together.
But to add what you're saying is 100%. But to add to what you're saying, group economics is what you're talking about. Toning down the flashy shit. Basically, we need to be more like the Jews. We have numbers.
We are the Jews.
Our number. Okay, we're not to get into that, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how they run. Let me be specific. We need to operate like how they win their community.
Yeah.
Because we outnumber them. But what is the problem? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. We're just simply not united. We aren't outnumbered. We are unorganized.
Well, what will it say?
Unorganized. And
what did
you can
say?
You can see it right here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? The way we get trolled and everything else, which I thought we was talking about boxing. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And people come F with us every day. But rather than buying, and I see what my brother Jason Williams says, and I agree. And like you said a second ago, why buy Balenciaga and Nike and all this other shit where a couple of brothers and sisters can get together, buy a clothing line, and everybody could be buying? Let me ask you a question. The Hasidic Jewish community right here in Brooklyn, they wear black with those hats all day. They spend $0 on gear. So that's about $8,000 right back into their household every year.
Exactly.
Because the average black person who's underemployed will spend about $8,000 to $10,000 on dumb shit like sneakers and jeans and maybe a suit and some gold and shit. You understand? The Jewish community, the Hasidic Jewish community, they don't do shit like that. We are not. Well, listen, I said it a while ago. Don't tell me where you spend your money. I mean, don't tell me what your priorities are. Show me where you spend your money, and I will tell you what your priorities are. All of this shit on Instagram is fake to me. The chick I just showed you, she got several pictures up there. I think there's one sitting in the cockpit. She ain't driving. She ain't flying no plane. There's like a 10% chance she's flying a damn plane, or she's certified to do that. Somebody probably flew her out to bang it hard and fast and put some money in her pocket. But that shit on the gram is fake as hell. And I have a keen eye for the obvious, but it's a shame that our community, we don't see value in us, and we don't realize how strong we are. And this is such a sad state of affairs. We know what to do. We're having a conversation right now. This conversation's been had since the fucking 80s, man. Since the 70s, but like 75. I was born in 75, brother. This conversation's been had since the 60s, probably before that. Matter of fact, fuck that. It's been done. Black Wall Street, what they do, burn the fuckers down.
Because we would succeed. But like I said, Willie Lynch already told us what the problem was. What they did was elevate one above the next one. And see, now we can't stand to see the next brother win. Like, we so caught in ourselves and so selfish that if we feel like one brother's getting more than the next brother, the hate comes out. Like, we the only people that hate our own race as much. Other races that help each other get it together and build each other, but not us. We can't stand to see another one do better. Now, when we all down, we the best of friends. But as soon as you start getting a little bit, just a little bit, then here come the hate and everything. And then, like Earl Spence is a prime example. People hate to see him do good. They want to see him fail when this man hasn't did nothing for nobody. He's gonna help his community. He has a holiday named after him. This man tries to help everybody eat. When he fights people, he don't have to give them the generous splits. He even tried a generous split with Terrence because he wanted to help his fellow brother. He supports black business, like Earl said. He supports black business. He supports all that. And people steady tear him down and hate him because he's successful and he has a family dynamic. He has both his parents and he's a parent to his children. And that right there drives people crazy. Our people love controversy. You can do 2 videos. You can do a live about some positive stuff and you can do a live about some controversial stuff. Your positive stuff, you'll have us regulars in there. But if you put some controversial stuff up there, you have 800-900 people in there because that's the way we are wired. That's what we like. And we got to get out of that right there, man.
Do you see why I get enraged when people started talking bad about Blue Blood? You see why?
Yeah.
I got enraged. I kicked out about 14 people, and all of them had wrenches on my other channel. All of them did. I got rid of them because they were seen, as me and the sensei said, rolling in the mud. They were seen talking reckless about LDBC members and Blue Blood in particular. I mean, firing shots. And all I said was, if you're going to do that, that's fine. That's up to you. But you can't be here and doing that. You can't talk about group economics and black people and empowerment and stuff. But you draw the line because you feel that Blue Blood stopped Fight of the Year. And he didn't do it. Trust me. He didn't do it. He would be doing better saying the fight's happening and I had a hand in it. Okay, no, that's not what happened. He tried his damnedest. And I get offended when we do that to each other, which is why I told the brother, sir, y'all will never know the conversation well, if you follow me on Instagram, I just put up something, you know, asked the brother volunteered information, let's just say that. And I said, okay, because I need the backstabbers around me. I don't need no coons around me. And he volunteered some information. When I asked him for it, it's not, he didn't say he didn't have it. He said upon counsel with his wife, he was told not to send it. And I said, well, brother, I need you right now because I don't want any more fence riders around me because that could be detrimental to what we're doing here. And he didn't do it. So I said, I had to let him go. So I blocked sir. I had to. And I never had a beef with the man. The man came in here firing shots and, you know, it was misguided. Bottom line is he's mad at BFTB. And he came on here firing shots. And I said, brother, I ain't got nothing to do with that. He started talking about how they violated him and said something about his son. Look, I had nothing to do with that.
You might have to wrench me, Drew. I'm trying to post my links. You might have to wrench me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. You in the chat right now?
Yeah, I post. I put get the other post.
Oh, okay, let me wrench you.
Hey, family, I'm gonna post both of my links in the thing. I would really appreciate if y'all subscribe to both channels, please. And salute you all. Shalom, peace, and blessings.
Shower, salute. Yeah, I just wrenched you, brother.
All right, thank you, brother. I'm about to post both links in there. Y'all, this is my Judas Elect, and I'm gonna post the Upper Echelon Man. I appreciate y'all if y'all subscribe to both of them. I'm gonna be dropping new content tonight. I just dropped something today already, though. But thank you, everybody, on that. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So I mean, for those of you that was wondering, you know, what I mean, that's what happened, and I didn't want to do it, but look, man, I can't have people like that around me. You understand? I cannot have people like that around me because, look, I'm not the one to go back and forth. I had a meltdown last week because I get so frustrated with my people because sometimes I love them a little too hard. I really do. I love them a little too hard. And when I feel that I'm getting like legitimately backstabbed because I got people making videos about me and talk about me, and I don't know these brothers. I don't know these brothers, and I don't know why they're doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like, it's just hatred. And then this little thing of social media, you really get to understand when you say, yo, why can't black people get along? Just take a look at what's happening here in this little thing of social media, and you'll see why people don't get along. And it's like, yo, why do you hate this guy? Just Google my name, put it in the search bar, and put Drew Titan in the YouTube search engine. You'll see 30 videos of people talking reckless about me before you get to me. You understand? And it's funny, but then you turn around, I know of one white guy that was talking about me. And here's the funny part. I was in Florida and I went live and I spoke to him for like 3 hours. And we're not friends or nothing like that, but we came to an understanding. And whatever negative videos that he had, he took down. And that was a white guy from Boston. Mike from Boston was his name. Now, is he still talking about me? I don't know. But I'm not checking for him. He's probably not checking for me. I don't know. But the most death threats and, I'll smack you. And there's a whole nigga running around with a shirt that says LDBC killer. What? And I'm saying, who is this guy? What the fuck did we do to him? They don't even know why the LDBC was created. So why am I bringing that up? I'm bringing it up because like Mike just said right here, crabs in the barrel. We did nothing to that brother. I just saw one day and I said, what does that say on the shirt? LDBC killer. Who the fuck is that? I'm calling around like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? No one knew.
You know what's crazy about the crabs in the barrel, though? The crabs in the barrel, they keep putting each other down, but if one crab can get to the top, he can help every crab out the barrel.
Yeah, and you know what? You're right, but this isn't the case because crabs are stupid. See, we're smart. We could push one person up. Let me give you a little story about that, and I see what Willie says. Willie says, hey, Drew, I also heard that, black cities and on big areas. It was black on. Yeah, brother, Rosewood wasn't the only black Wall Street. There was dozens of them. There was so many things that I was finding that it hurt me to read it, and I just stopped. I said, I can't believe they literally fucked us up by airstrike. Let me give you an example of what you just said up, Echelon. Jeff Sparks, salute. Y'all know Queen Latifah. Now, for those of you who are kind of young, the first time I saw Queen Latifah was like 88, 89. And y'all might remember, or y'all might not, but she was a part of a group called Flavor Unit.
UNITY.
Yeah. Flavor Unit. And I'm gonna tell you what the story is. There was a DJ, I think if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but the 45 King was his name, and he was a DJ. He got together all these rappers, right? And I forget the actual story, but they actually reenacted it during her first video called Dance to the Music, or Dance for Me, whatever the fuck it was. And they had a record deal, and it was sat it on the table. They said, we're not signing all of y'all, we're gonna sign one person. So they stood in front of it and they said they only got room for one MC. And they said, who's it gonna be? And the story is they just looked at each other and they were like, Latifah, and they put that story in her first video. And they said, we're gonna push her out because there was a bunch of male rappers, but what did they have that everybody else wasn't doing? But I believe she was the only female rapper, and she had two dancers. One of the dancers lived over here by me, and she dated Special Ed. This rapper named Special Ed, if y'all remember him. And when she came out, she pulled up all the rest of the Flavor Unit. Naughty by Nature came out behind her sometime later. Black Sheep, I think. Moni Love out the UK, Divine Sense, salute. And she pulled everybody up. Chill Rob G, he did the original I Got the Power. That was his song. I like his version better. But that's the opposite of Crabs in the Barrel, because they pushed her out and she looked back and said, come on. And she brought everybody at Theo Coop in the building. Now, all these people fighting with the LDBC, they'd be doing a lot better partnering up with us. You don't even have to be LDBC. You know what I'm saying? But you can be civil. You know what I'm saying? Champside, you know, we're like, we consider them like cousins, like distant cousins. You know, Boxing Ego, Champside, a bunch of these brothers. You understand? But then there's other brothers that you're LDBC, and it's like, no, but fuck them, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck did we do to you? Goddamn. The answer's nothing. So our people have this issue. And you see, and it's not only in the boxing community. I've seen it in the conscious community. I'll just be on the outside looking in. I'm like, all right, I like this brother's content. I like this brother's content. I like this sister's content. I like this sister's content. And then you be scared to write in the chat because it's the same shit that happens in the boxing community. You find out that two people you watch feud with each other. That's like, oh, come on. They talking about the same thing and they both making great points. Why is there beef? We just had beef earlier this year with fucking Dante, a guy that I followed just as long as I've been following 78. And I'm like, what the fuck did we do to him? The answer is nothing. The answer is nothing. I've been following Divine Senses in the chat. I've been following him. Do y'all understand how long Divine Sense been around? Been following him. He's not on here talking about fuck everybody. He's not an official LDBC member, but we fucks with him. You understand what I'm saying? When we look at black people and look at the talent on YouTube, because it sucks, Simon, what up? It sucks so bad. A lot of the guys that do hate us, they're talented and they don't even know it. What do I always say? When you focus on everything else, you miss your own blessings. That's why I told brothers, yo, look, I've spoken to a lot of brothers behind the scene. They worried about trolling. I said, look, all right, listen, you're not going to stop that outside of them, something happening to them. And we're not gangsters. Look, they live on the other side of the fucking country. Ignore that shit. You do this, you do that. Focus on that. You have a whole, and if you're LDBC, you got a whole community behind you. Why are you worried about what one motherfucker says? Some of these motherfuckers, this is their second go around on his YouTube shit. One guy fucked himself off and now he back. And guess what? I never had anything bad to say about him. He left, he came back, he had some trouble. Listen, fine. I focus on my craft, and there's people in the chat right now that reached out to me like you, brother. You reached out to me. I want everyone to eat and I want everyone to succeed. This is called social media. I'm on here to be social in a positive manner. If I'm talking bad about something, it's about a topic and it's concerning $1 million athlete or an actor or whatever. But I'm not going back and forth with somebody that's my contemporary. I'm not doing that because it's not beneficial to me. And especially if the person is the same ethnicity as me. I'm not doing that. And that's why I had the meltdown last week, because it's like, yo, it's nothing but these niggas do. What do you think the monkey video's about? Hey, I'm under attack from niggas. What the fuck is this? Right? So then when I get here and I'm trying to be pro-black and I'm trying to help, you know what I'm saying? And what happens also with me is you try and help this person, try and help that person. Both these motherfuckers end up accusing you of fence riding. It's like, you know what? Fuck you and fuck you then. Don't fucking talk to me. I'm tired of trying to squash shit. But this happens in our community a lot. Meanwhile, you know what's happening? The acidic community is looking at us like, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Everyone's making money.
And see,
you got people jumping from chat to chat, creating friction, and nobody's making no money. Nobody's sleeping well at night. People are checking their phones at 3 a.m. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? You getting stressed and shit. Do you understand? And and people say, "Oh well, I thought the LDBC is not about making. It's not about making money. We're not about making money. We are about self-empowerment." And
you know what's funny though, Drew?
What's that?
I agree with everything you said, but you know what's crazy? People like look at the Mexicans. The Mexicans came in here and they just took over. You know why? I remember back around 99, 2000, I seen a lot of them. They was at construction jobs and they was getting paid $4 and $5 while everybody else was getting $10, $11. But they was getting $4 or $5 tax free. And you know, people thought, okay, we got cheap labor. What they didn't realize was the men was right there. They was learning the trade. They was learning brick masonry. They was learning all these different skills on the construction site.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to 2010. Now they bringing their people over and they get the construction jobs because they been under the people they used to work for. And they're teaching their people. And then their people are learning and they branching out. They done sat there and took over brick masonry. If you're not a Mexican, you're not doing brick masonry on houses or nothing because they done sold up that market. And it all started from them working for $5 an hour and learning, and then each one teach one. And each time they'll bring them over here, they'll teach them, and then they'll get them out and spread it out. I've watched a couple of
They monopolize that shit. They monopolize that field.
Exactly.
You know?
But I watched a couple of my Migo friends. They own like all the construction sites down here at brick masonry, but they learned it for $5 an hour. And now I see all these other different races complaining about it ain't no job in the construction site because, you know, they do the roofing now, they do the carpentry work, but they came over and learned it and taught each other. And as they became bosses, the ones up under them started to learn it. And then they, after they learned it, became bosses and brought others and kept doing it. And that's the way we should do it together as people as well. But we can't bring others and teach each other because either we want to get something up out of it, or if one is learning too much or shining too much, we trying to dim their star because we don't want them to be more relevant than us. And that's a problem because we're so selfish doing that right there. When if a person succeeds better than you, that shows a testament of how well you taught them or helped them. Instead of thinking about, okay, look, he doing better than me, I'm gonna hate on him. See, that's the problem, is we can't accept somebody doing better. It's certain people that's better at certain things than you, but as long as you making your way and doing your niche, you should never hate on the next person. Instead of hating on the next person, what it should make you do is buckle down and grind harder and do something even more. Maybe you need to damn come a little bit more correct. And I see all this arguing and bickering and fighting and busting it back. I don't get into that shit right there. I'm not LDBC, but I rock with a lot of LDC people, especially you. And like when they tried to go at Blue Bell on the other channel, I was like, bro, look, don't bring that man family and stuff like that. I told him, I said, look, we're not gonna do that. We was on the panel, I told the dude, and I shut him down. I said, we're not about to do that here. We're not gonna do that. I told him that's female tendencies. We're not gonna do that.
And they try and camouflage it by saying, no, I'm holding them accountable. And you don't even know what, they don't even know what the fuck went on.
I'm gonna tell you like this, right? I don't give a damn about Terrence Crawford. I feel like this Blue did what he felt that he needed to do for his family. And I'm not agreeing with what he did. I'm not disagreeing with what he did. Because I know for my family, I'm going to do what needs to be done for my family. You know, that's why people are here. And people can say, oh, he messed up the biggest fight. But he couldn't make Terrence do something that Terrence didn't want to fucking do. Terrence a grown-ass fucking man. If he wanted to sign that damn contract, he'd have been signed that motherfucking contract. And he wanted to be out here. That's like when people sit there talking about, oh man, you sold dope to your cousin. If I didn't do it, somebody else would. I'm not saying me per se. I'm just saying, you know, that's the thing. If you don't do it, somebody else will do it. So you might as well capitalize on it. That's what people think. So I can't get mad at that man for making a hustle deal because Terrence was going to go anyway. And so if he was going to go, okay, Blue capitalized on it. All right, that's not my business. What Blue eat ain't going to make me shit. But you know, I think a lot of people mad at the fact because he got the chance to do it. Because a lot of people a lot of people will sell out their own people to do stuff. But then if another person do it, then they sit there and holler and be mad about it. That's what's really mad is a lot of the people in the bigger channels, they're mad that it was Blue instead of them. Like a lot of them felt like if it was me, they would have did the exact same thing, the exact same situation. But since it wasn't their situation, then they hated on it because they figured that they could have got that money. And that's the problem. We need to stop counting other people's checks, other people's money. Like in school, when you're doing a test, what they tell you when you're doing a test in school, Drew?
Keep your eyes on your own paper.
Keep your eyes on your own motherfucking paper. You feel
Yep.
what I'm saying? Because anything else is cheating. Mind your own damn business. Keep your eyes on your own paper and focus on your own products.
You want to know how crazy it is? There's a whole video some fool put up, and it says Blue Blood Super Chat trick, and got a whole PowerPoint on how he thinks he does it. And it's like, it is the funniest goddamn thing. I said, this, some piece of shit put together a PowerPoint. Yeah. Talk about how it's a super chat trick. Listen, if there was a super chat trick, everyone would be doing it. But
nah,
you
I
see
know what he talk about. He talk about people be like refresh the chat. Okay, he telling people to donate. Shit.
Man, please get the look. There's no such thing. All right. YouTube plays games like just now. It fucked up my intro. I don't even know if y'all caught it or not. It fucked up my 3-minute countdown and it fucked up my
I was sitting there.
Yeah, so I mean, it does that, man. But these guys, I ain't got time to be counting people's pockets. If I want to know about something, if I want to know about the ins and outs of YouTube, there's a few people I can call, and I can call Blue. That man knows a lot of things, and trust me, he was wealthy long before Black Prime came to him and asked him to work with them. And trust me, he was working with Black Prime before Bud came along.
Yeah, he had your boy, what's my little younger name? The one that left and went to the top rank, Brian Norman. He was promoting Brian Norman.
Yeah. He was there already, man. Bud came later, so I don't know what the fuck these dudes is.
But
whatever,
if
man.
you talking about Blue Trick, okay, you watching what he do, then you try it out and see if it works for you.
Yeah, he can't, because no one knows who that dude is. He had like 5 subs. And like,
okay, but see, Blue, he's telling his people to donate. I mean, I'm gonna tell you like
listen,
this.
if you good at something, you don't do it for free. But Blue does this full time now.
Exactly, and I'm gonna tell you like this: can't nobody put no price on my time. And if he feel like he needs to get paid for his time, that's what he need to do, because he's not doing this shit for free.
And guess what? We sit up here and watch sports on TV. Well, some of us do on TV, and they get paid millions of dollars when we watch them.
You pay for cable, don't you?
He made. Don't no one ask Skip Brainless what they made.
People pay for cable, right?
Yeah, all the time.
They just got to pay it monthly. They don't realize that you're paying for what you watch, but you're paying monthly.
Before the internet, I was buying KO and Ring magazine. That's where it's born. Look what our brother Kane says. He says we expect the tax from outside, but the tax from our own, it hurts the most. And I agree.
It hurts the most.
It hurts the most, and that's why I had that meltdown last week, because I said, "Yo, ain't no." If it was, honestly speaking, if it was 3 crackers doing this shit to me, I wouldn't have paid no mind.
You wouldn't even blink. I
wouldn't pay no. I'd be like, "Yo, man, whatever, man, whatever." I don't give a shit about that.
Blue done helped me a lot, just like you. Blue helped me a lot to get monetized. Like my first page on Upper Echelon Sports Bar, I got monetized in less than a month. Like that shit was crazy, and he helped me out. So whatever he do, even if I don't agree with it, hey, it's not my business. I still fuck with him.
We ain't gotta agree, but we ain't gotta attack him either. And
that's what I said. That's why I just said it's not my business. It's not my business. It's a lot of shit that I've done that people don't agree with. You feel what I'm saying?
Profitable. These niggas that are making whole videos about him, is profitable for them. Just for that month. Just for that month, we get paid on the 22nd of every fucking month. So just because you get a couple of $100, because the Blue Blood boxing TV video that you did generated 2,000 views.
They sellouts. Like they sitting there talking about Blue sellout, they sellouts. Like motherfuckers will sell themselves out for $1. Like it's people out here selling their damn loyalties out here for less than that. They selling their loyalty out for damn $300 and $400 a damn month. They doing that shit, spitting propaganda. But then you gonna holler at this man. He's part of that business now. So anything that he says is valuable to his income. And if you don't care and you don't want to see it, then don't fucking watch. That's what I'm saying. You worried about the next man.
Tay-Tay.
If what he's doing bothers you so fucking bad, if what Blue Blood is doing bothers you so fucking bad, then don't watch him. That's it. Why are you letting another motherfucker control your lifestyle? Don't watch him. If you don't watch him, then you don't have to pay what the fuck he doing. And you don't have to worry you. If you don't watch him, block him and go the fuck on about your life. Then you won't see his damn post and you won't see none of that. But niggas want to dwell on the next nigga. And what I be trying to tell niggas is that's female shit. Men don't sit there and hate and dwell on another man. Instead of sitting there paying attention to what this man is doing and clocking everything he fucking doing, get your shit together. Elevate your craft. Upgrade your content. Do what you have to do and make yourself more valuable. And if you sit there and put as much time into your shit as y'all do into what the next nigga does, then your shit will be a whole lot more better. You'll make a whole lot more money than you did writing about that man right there. And that's the problem.
To bring the conversation back, the reason why we went off on the tangent with the situation with Blue is we were discussing unity within the Black community, and which there's none. There's no. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's none. It's limited. It's very, very, very limited. We don't have the same unity that other ethnicities have, and the other ethnicities realize that, which makes it easier for them to come into our spaces and put more fuel on the fire between two people who are rivals. I don't have any rivals because I ignore everybody. Well, I try my best. And I asked, if you missed it, let me put the picture back up. Is this picture, is it a stereotype or is it accurate? All right. You have 3 families, and then the 4th one down there on the lower right-hand side is a single Black woman with 2 baby girls. And this has everything to do with unity. I asked, single men willing to just make a deal? You know, with are the women, since the women, they outnumber men 8-1, and they're really the backbones of the household, could y'all say, yo, look, it's about survival at this point? You know, all right, you're an average brother. You know, the woman may have messed up. She might have spit out a kid or 2. But if you're not on, you know, any like reckless terms with your baby daddy, or you know, if you're divorced or whatever, can you get with a man and let him come in and provide structure and organization in your life? Let him lead, let him conquer the world while you take care of the household, and y'all can ride off into the sunset. Because the reason why I'm asking is because the Black family is on the decline. And this is what this show is about. You know, we know it's a stereotype. I think it's a stereotype, but it's not really a stereotype anymore.
It's a reality now.
It's a reality now. And the reason why I pointed out that picture is because we have to be afraid now. I'm gonna put it up again. This is a fucking reality now, and it's accepted. There's a lot of Black women that won't see a problem with this. And it's because we're not united anymore. This is the reality now. Now, I see something wrong with it. Black people see something wrong with it. White people say, well, what do you see wrong with it? It's the norm. This is what y'all do. It's not that she's looking for a man, but y'all not around. And for all we know, Black women will say, they're not saying, oh, he left me. They're saying, I don't need no man. I did this on purpose. Women are doing this shit on purpose. On purpose. You understand? They're out of order. We just talked about the tank situation. These women are out of order, man. You know, and she could have got him killed the other day, man. It's there in Florida, and he's a boxer, and he's a millionaire with all those tattoos. They could have came there and shot him, and nobody would have said a fucking word. Oh, Tank was he was acting a fool. Do you
know what's crazy right there? Hold on 1 second, brother. You know, you just touched on a hell of a point right there, right? Mm-hmm. Being down in Florida, the police already have itchy trigger fingers. And Tank is a deadly person. That man is a deadly fighter. They know who he is. He knocks people out with his hands. And he got tattoos, and he's portrayed to be a gangster already. And you calling him at night. And you saying that he's done beat you in a child. So now they already come in full alert. If he would have did anything to resist, he would have got shot or messed up out there. And I guarantee you that her ass wouldn't have said that she just lied. He would have died, and people would have thought that he was some crazy woman beater out here.
Yeah.
And that would have been the fucking story.
And let me say this. Okay. On my other channel, I did a Tyson Fury video about how he's missing out on WWE money because he can't leave the country. and I scrolled down, and I had a troll in there right after Tank got arrested. Came in that chat talking about Tank. And he said PBC fighter, another PBC fighter arrested for beating a woman. What he meant to say was black fighter. So I entertained him. And I brought up, I said, yo, look, I'm not talking about that. And obviously you missed my fucking live just this morning when I talked about my concerns with Tank. Well, just the other morning. But I said, what are your thoughts about Daniel Kinahan? And he kept bringing up Floyd, and this is what they do, y'all. So I went back to a little while ago. I went back to that same video, and I said, hey, man, Tank was arrested because his whole ass baby mama lied. And I want to see what he says now. But see, I pointed that out to say this. There are some things we need to keep under wraps out of a code. We need to remain on code, and we be so far off code. This picture, we should be uproaring about it. Even if you're a single mother by choice, you know that that's not normal. You know it's not normal. And I don't care how mad you are at your baby daddy. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all wanted him around anyway. But you chose a Pookie. But women need to be so upset with that bullshit. So upset. And be asking whoever did that, what the fuck is this? You understand? There's a code here. There were some people that just jumped out there and just threw Tank under the bus. And I admit, a lot of our brothers and sisters ain't thinking straight. But I want you guys to understand something. I was watching a video today. I don't know who this brother is, but he went on a rant. And I saw it. I was following O'Shea Duke Jackson. And he played this video. Everyone is flipping on this bitch, Tank's baby's moms. But you know, Andrew Tate has these difficulties going on. We lost Kevin Samuels. We lost who's his brother that just died like yesterday? Sinful P. Lost him. A couple of other brothers. And when those brothers passed, go read the comment section. Even when Kobe Bryant died, go read the comment section. How many people still call them a rapist? And it's like that story's so old now. You don't remember the results of that?
But you know what's funny? They keep bringing up on our people. What about Sergey Kovalev?
They don't bring up Sergey.
Yeah, he broke the girl's neck, kicked the dog. Where's the PETA activist at?
Come on, man.
Activist at? And what about Big Ben Roethlisberger? He had it twice, not once, but he took a woman's cookies twice, and they just made that disappear.
How about this? Epstein was found dead, but there's a list of people he worked with. Where's that list? Where's the list?
That's why he did, because he about to spread and tell everybody. And
they throw everybody under the bus.
Everybody's on that list because you know that's what they do when they hire up like that. That's their little fetish. But like I said, Big Ben twice, not once but twice. Peyton Manning. People forget about this. They quick call the light when it happens to one of us, but they don't realize theirs being they're gonna lose all the time, and they don't do nothing. They make that go away. Big Ben had 2 of them go away, and the woman said he beat her for one time. And when I'm saying this, because I can't say the word on here, but he took her cookies twice. It was 2 of them. But they talk about Kobe Bryant on one. The girl just didn't get paid. That's what she was mad about. You know what I'm saying? This man forcibly took it from the night bar.
You can't find a Sergey Kovalev mugshot. You can't find an Oscar De La Hoya mugshot. But they took Shakur Stevenson's mugshot and put it up on his fucking box rec. You understand? So family, when we ask you to remain on code and to stop bothering your brothers and sisters online, I don't care how much you disagree with them. You know how many response videos I could be making? But I don't, because I don't give a fuck about what people say about me. I really don't. Unless they say, yo, I'm coming to his house and I'm doing something. Okay, that's something that I'm going to take serious. But outside that, I don't care. but there's a code. There's a code, and it seems like these motherfuckers put their own financial gratification in front of brotherhood and sisterhood. And here I am on here talking about there's a problem here, there's a problem here, and we need to relate and get better. But somehow I'm still a fucking villain. Somehow I'm still a villain. Is there hope for us? I don't know. I'm losing more patience daily. You know what I'm saying? We're just negative and we're fucked up. Thank you, Night Train. We're just negative and we're fucked up. It's interesting. Shauna ain't in the chat, and I'm talking about being peaceful and making a deal, and she's not in the chat. But let me talk about a woman's weight. She'll pop right up. You understand? Always check the fruit on the tree. You shouldn't be taking relationship advice from a person that's single. There was a movie I was watching. Forgot the name of it, but dude was a single father raising a daughter, and he was taking advice from this guy that wrote the book. And in the movie, he was following the book verbatim, raising his teenage daughter, and it was a comedy. He was fucking himself up the whole time, falling off of shit, trying to follow his daughter. So then he's driving one day on nighttime along the mountainside, and the guy who wrote the book was in the radio station. And the guy says, yeah, we got so-and-so who wrote the book. So he turns up the radio station. He's like, oh man, this guy, I'm having such a hard time. Let me hear what this guy has to say. So then the guy interviewing him who wrote the book says, well, how many daughters do you have? He says, I don't have kids. And he said, what? And dude's driving. He was like, what the fuck? How do you know how to raise a daughter? How you telling people how to raise a daughter? You ain't got no kids. So he drives down into the city, runs into the radio station, and tries to tackle him through a window. Shit was funny as hell, man. But I know enough about relationships because I'm married and I've been in enough of them. You know what I'm saying? So I can tell you, I can tell you what it is. Look at Shower. She says, I love you like a brother, but you trigger us. And I do it on purpose. I do it on purpose. Now, Shower, you're a married woman. But you and, Queen and Love is the Word, y'all understand that what I'm saying is coming out of a place of love. I'm not just, downing sisters and saying, F y'all and y'all ain't ish. I do understand that there's a percentage of women that just don't care. And I'm saying that y'all who have good sense, I'm talking about Love is the Word and you, Shawa, and Queen, y'all should be talking to the sisters saying, don't act like that. Ricky Williams in the building, salute. And what happens is Shauna comes in, and no matter what it is, she puts on a big old cap for women, a big old cap. And it's like, what the fuck? She says, I wouldn't do it to you out of love. No. Listen, you gotta understand. I'm telling you what men like and what they don't like.
That's like saying, I'm not saying all women are hoes and thoughts and like that, but that's like saying, if you see a pack of lions running toward you, are you gonna stop and think which one of these lions is not gonna bite me, or are you gonna get the hell away from all these damn lions? You feel me?
One of them lions could be trained and be running to you because they just want to play with you, but the rest of them want to eat your ass.
Yeah, but we can't tell which one is which because it's with all the lions.
Yeah, you got to get the hell out of Dodge. So when I tell you what men want, I'm the voice of men. Y'all, I never told y'all my preference for women. Y'all don't know. But the men that are single, that are out there, I tell you what they don't want. And what I'm met with is a lot of resistance. Like, no, like they should accept. And I'm like, no, y'all don't reserve the right to tell a man what they want to, what they should accept. because they're telling you, y'all outnumber them. They have more options. And the latest thing was, they're not finding any options here. And all the when I mentioned the passport brothers, there it is. All they're saying is, yo, we want to be here with black women. I'm talking about the black passport brothers. We want to be here, but our options are so fucking slim now. And what they've learned is they don't have to be exclusive to this country to find a wife. And that's their right. As a human being on this world, that's their right. Whether you agree with it or not, that's their right. If they're looking and looking and looking and looking and looking, and she got 2 baby daddies or 1 baby daddies, or she don't want to work, but she's lazy, she also don't want to cook. And I played the live. Y'all remember the live a couple of months ago where I played that chick, and I'm not being funny, but shorty had a bonnet on her head. She was dark skinned, she was overweight, she looked like Biggie. The only thing she had was a nice voice. The voice didn't match her face. She looked like Biggie with a wig. And she was talking about what she demanded out of her relationship. And I didn't even get on her looks. I was just looking at her because she was not pretty at all. But what she asked for was like, no, Beyonce couldn't ask a man for that. 2 vacations a year, 1 with the kids, 1 without, and she don't want to cook.
The gorilla looking girl.
The gorilla looking chick. Matter of fact, there was a Biggie sounding rapper named Gorilla Black. She looked like him. Gorilla Black. With a fucking bonnet on her head. And then while I'm doing the live and reviewing what she said, do y'all remember what happened? The Asian commercial played, and I just let it rock. I said, oh shit. It was crazy. I said, I didn't make that up. In the middle of her rant, the Asian commercial, come to China, meet beautiful women. And I said, oh my God, look at that. Now let me ask y'all a question. I don't know what city y'all from or wherever it is, but let me put up this picture again. Because there's girls that look like Biggie that are in this predicament right here. They get pumped and dumped. They keep the kids. And with the bonnet on their head, they talk about they want 2 vacations a year, 1 without the kids, 1 with the kids, and all this, that, and the third. And you're sitting there like, what are you talking about? Exactly, Tom Shorty looked like Bill Duke with a bonnet on. Y'all remember that? I couldn't believe it. I said, who is she to be making these demands? And that's the chicks that I'm talking about. And it seems that those chicks are the majority. Now, mind you, women outnumber men 8-1. So they are the majority. And in this American society, they've been taught that they are the table. What you bring to the table? I am the table. Looking like that. And some of these chicks have kids. You're in your career. You don't have a job. You have a career. You're making about 80 to 100 stacks. You have great credit. Your middle score is like a 790. You're paying a mortgage. You have a car. Everything is under control. And now you're ready to reproduce and you're 42 years old. And then you meet Biggie on an app and you're like, oh shit, she don't look like how many kids you got? And you don't cook and you don't clean, looking like that, and you have 2 kids and I'm supposed to come clean your shit up. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if it don't apply, let it fly. If it don't apply, let it fly. But that's the women I'm speaking up on. And when the women talk about men, I don't get offended because you know why? It don't apply to me. You're talking about the small amount of men that y'all chose.
You know which marriages do the best though, Drew?
What's that?
And it's crazy though, but I did a study on it. But in Eastern countries, the parents arrange the marriages for the children, right? And it's a marriage of convenience, and the parents make the marriage. It ain't about looks or nothing. The parents, they make the marriage of their kids in some cultures. Each report shows that those marriages succeed 95% of the time.
That's right.
95% of the time, marriages that is chosen by the parents succeed. See, we out here, we choosing for the wrong thing. People are choosing for looks and physical things. We need to take it more mental and spiritual with what we're doing, or financial gains. It's about building a powerhouse. It's about building a strong nucleus. And if it's built off just looks, that's gonna fade in a few years. Then what you got left?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna tell you what, I've dated a lot of bad ones that ain't have nothing in their head. And after you pop and dot, it ain't nothing to talk about because they don't have nothing on their mind to talk about. Or a lot of them is immature mentally. So what can we talk about? They sit here talking about Atlanta Housewives and Bad Girl Club. None of that pertains to me. I don't watch stuff like that. Or they talk about the next Gossip Girl and the Orange and Black. I'm not watching stuff like that. So people need to find somebody to connect with mentally. Somebody that you can have a conversation with. If you can't have an hour conversation with a person, that's not a person that you should be thinking about being with anyway. If you can't sit there and have an hour-long conversation with a person without any interruptions, hiccups in the conversation, without any awkward silences, then you and that person ain't compatible. It ain't about the looks. It's about compatibility.
It's a true story. But let me the link I just shared, that's the show that I did with Dr. Mark. And we was talking about how feminism was made up by a white woman, and it was packaged and sold. And y'all bought that fucker. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Now, and I agree with you, Jason Williams. And that's the show where I review it. Me and Dr. Mark, we reviewed it. It was a lie. That dude named Dave. You want to know about Passport Brothers? You talk to that guy. You understand? And I'm not mad at dudes not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Our sister Shawa says a large portion of men don't have good husband skills. So I'll say that's from the single homes. Well, to bring it full circle, when were these men born? I bet you they're in their 20s to 30s. 30 years ago, that means they were born in the 90s. In the 90s, I was a teenager / young man. A lot of the chicks, I graduated high school in 94. A lot of those chicks from 94 to 96, when I saw them periodically after high school, they had children. Their children are in their 20s and 30s. And guess what? Out of all of those chicks I ran into, only one was married. And they were high school sweethearts with each other. They got married and reproduced immediately, like right after high school. The rest of them were single. So now their kids are now, they have boys that run in the streets now. And of course, they got bad husband skills. You know why? Because their mama raised them.
What?
You got 5 generations in the same household, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, who raising them? Big Mama is daggone 40 years old.
I'm not saying this the Tony Danza flick, Jeff. Yes, it's the Tony Danza flick. You know the movie. So what I'm saying, Shawa, is when you say that large portion, you know what that large portion is? 16% is a large portion. It is. I already told you that 16%, they're dicking down, man, because they're good looking. Their mama dressed them right. They taught them how to do their nails and all that shit. They taught them how to keep a clean cut. And they got multiple children from multiple women. So of course, yeah, you're right. They have bad husband skills. But guess what? What's worse is the women are still fucking them. That's bad. That is so bad. That's awful, man. She said it's older men too. Let's keep it all the way funky. I have no idea. Listen, older men, they can be part of that 16%. They can. But Shawa, it's still 16%. The numbers are the numbers are the numbers are the numbers are the numbers.
Hey, Shawa, I ain't gonna lie. You know, some people, right? Some people, when you got it, you got it. It don't go away with age. You feel what I'm saying? But the women are choosing these unattainable people. Like me and my wife, we have 2 kids, and you know, I had one outside the marriage, but it was complications. It wasn't my fault. I mean, I was drugged by a female, and that happened. Mm-hmm. But you gotta realize women be looking for all the good men and saying, where are all the good men? And if you look right in front of you, the one that's been sitting there listening to you to show the crowd is right there. I be seeing women talk about ain't no good men and everything, and they be surrounded by men that's wanting to be there in their life, but for some reason they don't appeal to them women. And like I said at the beginning, men need to step up their masculinity and need to be more dominant, and you need to ooze confidence and sexuality toward the woman, because don't nobody want no soft ass guy. And a lot of these guys have become so soft out here and have feminine ways that these women looking at them as sisters instead of men. And that's the problem. So if a woman dialed down her masculinity and a man turns up his masculinity, then we can get along better as people. Because not all men can tame a real woman. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because they haven't been taught that. The man has not been present in their life. And that's the reason that the man hasn't been present in their life, is because of the mothers. The mothers, like I said before, they out here working because the other people got them involved with that feminism shit. That wasn't for us. Our women were supposed to be there in the household, in the nucleus, taking care of the children, while the man provides and teaches and gives them the discipline, while the woman nurtures and instills values and schools them, so they can learn how to be a man, how they can see that their parents function in an environment. They not having that environment, so they learning on the fly. And a lot of them have mothers who hated their fathers, down talked their fathers, which putting a bad perception of a man in that child's head, as a female child and a male child head. So already the female, she has a bad negative view on men, and the boy, he has a negative view on himself. And then sometimes the mother has men coming in and out. So now he's looking at a woman as a thing that has men coming in and out. So that's going to warp his perception of a woman as well. If a man see a woman going in and out of his house when he's younger, he gonna think he gonna treat women that way. Or if a girl see that, she gonna think it's okay and she's gonna act that way. But when you have a man there and set some ground rules and they know how a family's supposed to react, then a family can coexist and the kids can go out there and make their own families and make them succeed. So it starts first at home.
True story. That's a true story. You know what I'm looking for right now? I'm looking for that show that I did. I'm looking for the show that I did where I was talking about that girl that looked like Biggie. And it was just crazy. You know, how the Asian episode popped up. I mean, the Asian commercial popped up during my live. You know, that shit was funny. That was like the universe talking.
I know who you talk to. I left her a message on TikTok. They put me in TikTok jail. I said, girl, you like Amy from Congo. Stop being a fool.
Bro.
I said, you're out here trolling people. Because I said, there's no way in this world. Yeah. I said, there's no way in the world that you think a man gonna do that for you. I say, you need to stop setting your goals high and be happy with what comes with you. The only reason I said it because she got snippy when I said, who are you to ask for all this? Now, I was wrong because I shouldn't shoot a person's confidence down, because we all supposed to have self-confidence. But damn it, you delusional now. Come on now, damn it. I mean, I know I was wrong, but I told her, like, come on, you damn delusional. I said, everything that you're asking for, I said a 10 and a 9 won't get all that. I said, girl, come on now. I said, you need to clean up the house and do your own damn car if a man paying for shit. I said, if you get a man to pay for shit. And like I said, I was wrong because I shouldn't shoot her dreams down, but all that shit she was talking was crazy. Now, if you're going to be a real woman, be a real woman, but you trying to act like a man, a damn slave or a shepherd. You definitely don't have that coming, period. Oh, you could be the last woman and you ain't gonna have that shit popping off.
Man, listen. That woman was unsightly. I mean, there was nothing beautiful about her, and I'm keeping it a buck. If y'all remember who I'm talking, I found it. I found it.
A lot of these women is unsightly. They don't realize they put all that makeup on. Like, women are actually drawing on faces, because I've seen 90% of the women, they look nothing like the picture they portray. And they talking about they want somebody to keep it real. These women have high expectations, and a lot of them draw their damn face on. They look 80-90% of what they put on. They don't look nothing like that. But they out here acting like they a bad this and a bad that, and niggas look like damn niggas sometimes, man.
Yeah,
but they can paint themselves.
Shower. I want solutions. I done pointed out the problem with men and women. All I'm saying is that the numbers are lopsided because there's more of y'all. But I'm open for solutions. And the scary part is, the women, they're like, fuck it. We don't want no, we don't care. And I was like, if y'all don't care, then y'all don't care about the community. It's called being wrong and strong. Now, let me just remind y'all, this is the woman right here. No bullshit. Incidentally, I have on the same shirt. I have on the same shirt now that I wore in that live. Look at that. Look at this shit.
Is she naked?
No. Well, I hope not.
She got some pom-poms up.
Where are her eyebrows? Where are her eyebrows? Look at this, y'all. Look at this, y'all. This is the first video, Queen. Where are her eyebrows? That's her eyebrows. Look at her. Look. Okay? Look at this. All right?
She's like one of the Stooges.
Why is it doing that?
It's buffering. That motherfucker done broke your shit.
Let's roll it. Ay. Let's go.
The dating tips for me, a plus size dark skinned Black woman, according to my TikTok comments. Number one, I should not have standards. Other women that are conventionally attractive are allowed to have standards. But me, I am not allowed to have standards. That goes so greatly into number two. I should be grateful that a man saw pity on my Black soul and decided that I was worthy of his attention. As a result, no matter what a man does for me, I should be grateful. No matter how he treats me, I should be grateful because he saw fit. And he's had mercy in his heart.
This bitch is destroying my machine.
Her mouth like a fish.
You're right. That's not the right one.
And when I say do the laundry, I don't just mean like put the clothes in the wash. I mean like the whole process. Put the clothes in the wash, put the clothes in the dryer, put them up, iron what needs to be ironed, fold what needs to be fold. Like do the whole thing from A to Z. Number 5, take out the trash. I don't like to take out the trash. Number 6, any yard work or housework. Now, he doesn't necessarily have to like fix it. Like if there's like a broken pipe or something, like he doesn't have to fix it, but he does have to be responsible in calling whoever to make sure that it is fixed. So it's just his responsibility. Number 7, upkeep the car. So that includes any tire changes that need to be made, any oil changes that need to be made, putting gases in the car, making sure the cars are washed, like the whole process of upkeeping the cars from A to Z. Number 8 is date nights at least twice a month, but that actually goes into like any form of recreational activities. So if we're going kayaking, if we're deciding to take a camping trip, if we're deciding to go to a theme park, just at least 2 dates and or recreational activities per month. And number 9, an annual honeymoon. I do want to be one of those couples that takes a honeymoon every year in a different location. I think that's super cute. So definitely an annual honeymoon and then a separate family vacation. So that's 2 big trips per year. So
man,
hey, now what's what happened? Watch this. Let's get back to it. Watch this.
So I should just give up my degree because men won't like me. Forget me having goals, dreams, or ambition. No, those are only reserved for conventionally.
Hi, my name is Tami, and I would like to give you a few reasons why you should consider dating a young Asian lady. You can.
That was some eye candy switch.
Bro, look at me going bonkers. I didn't do that. I'm on mute. And watch when I come off mute. You see this?
I know you made your day on that one. Which stream is that right there? I need to watch it. Which one is that one?
I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
Right.
That was this live right here. I'm going off. Watch when I come off mute. I didn't do that. I'm talking. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't know I was on mute. Can't make this up. I'm sorry. I was muted. Did y'all just pick what the internet just did? Did you just peep what the internet just did?
What's the timestamp on it, Drew?
Did you just peep what the internet just did? 1 hour. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Did y'all just peep what the internet? Come on with this buffering. What the fuck is it doing?
To sell more magazines. Here's your topic. Go out and interview several women. And they sit there.
This shit is being dicky right now.
As guilty about having
internet just did. There it is.
Girls go to amendment that.
I swear to God, that's a commercial. I'm on my other YouTube channel. I don't have premium.
A certain amount in the magazine and one in the chamber.
I have premium on my other channel. I have no commercials.
I don't have premium.
Did you jot this down? This is groundbreaking. I promise you, I did not set that up. Oh shit. Okay, let me dissect what just happened, y'all. Let me dissect what just happened. This is a black channel. It's not exclusive just to black people. Everybody's welcome. We have an overweight, a black American woman who is not attractive, talking about what she requires, completely turning all men off, and then talking about how men just want her basically stupid and uneducated, and we're supposed to buy shit for her and take on these lavish vacations and 2 vacations and one shit a month and or take care of everything in the household. All of these demands because she feels that men look down on her and black women this, and we don't like overweight black women that are educated, and she got this bonnet on her fucking head, right? And in the middle of her rant, this fucking commercial comes up and says why you should consider dating an Asian woman.
I don't think that's the right one, Drew. I just went through it. I couldn't even find it.
I did not set this up. I paused that commercial. And that Asian woman was sitting there talking about trying her best English. It is 1 hour. Try 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 10 seconds. Bro.
This episode 58. The one that you posted out there is 87. I see which one it is now.
Oh, okay, it's 58. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, you posted the wrong one out there.
My bad. Let me post the right one. I'm posting the right one right now. Copy. My bad, y'all. This is the right one. Brother, that was the most perfectly timed thing. I did not make that up. That shit was insane. It was insane. But when I talk about the women that are doing all the horrible picking, What'd you say, Shower? You barely made it. What are you talking about? Oh shit. I didn't do that. But what I'm saying, and Shower, you know what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is it's women like that got all the. Now, does that woman look like, bro? First of all, even the most beautiful of beautiful women don't deserve what she was asking for, because that just wasn't fair. You want to fucking do the work for you and not do anything, and you just live off the fat of the land. Now you add in her looks. Talk about fat of the land. He said she used ugly of Olay. She said she had to pee. Yo, listen, man. And it's an attitude like that. Watch me bring it full circle. It's an attitude like that woman that I just played. It's an attitude like that which makes this normalized. The only black woman on there has 2 kids and there's no husband there, because that's how black women get down. Yo, and you know what, Jason? I'm willing to bet that ugly chick got knocked down more than the average dude. A dude, by the time he's 25, if he's not a virgin, he might have had 1 or 2 partners. And that's real talk. Because believe it or not, men today, real men, the 84% of men, they're more responsible with their penis. But these chicks today, they're liberated. Hot girl summer. You can't tell me what to do. If a man can do it, I can do it. Now let me ask you a question.
I've been in her DMs right now talking about, baby, don't worry about them. You beautiful to me.
That's right.
Taking it down.
Now watch this. I hear a lot of women saying, if men can do it, why can't I do it? Here's my thing. Do you want to be a man? And what kind of man are you referring to? I just said there's a lot of men out here that are responsible with their penis. They're responsible with their penis. So when you say men can do it, are you talking about, if you say men can do it, I can do it, are you talking about the 16% that you, why would you want to be like the men that are out there and flinging their dick around? Why would you want to be that way? This is what I'm talking about. What makes you want to be like those dudes that are doing that?
1 in 4 people have herpes. 1 in 3 people have an STD. People still realize a lot of these stuff cannot be cured. I mean, it cannot be prevented by a condom. Herpes, gonorrhea. I mean, not gonorrhea, herpes, genital warts. You have stuff like that.
You can't even go around kissing people like that back in the day. That was a big thing. You better not. You go to Miami spring break and they have all these, you go to the bar and see all these, the other culture pouring drinks down their mouths and kissing each other. Dudes kissing 4 different girls, or girls kissing girls. They done swap spit, and then the next morning everybody got a bump on their lip. That's herpes. Now watch this, y'all. Men, listen up. She got a bump on her lip. She might put a little makeup over it, or put some whatever on it,
or
and
dark
it goes away in a couple of days.
Color on it, like a Marilyn Monroe.
Right. And then you let her go down on you raw dog. Guess what? That herpes gets into you and it turns into something else. Now you got it. You see that? You see that?
And that's a lifetime gift right there. There's no cure for it. And people, and that's why I don't get. Like, that's why I'm glad I'm with my wife now and I stopped all my promiscuity, because Lord willing, I would have had something I couldn't get rid of. But like I said, I found the right woman, and she put up with a lot. That's why I go through a lot to show her how much I value her and show her how much she means to me as well, because she should have been gone. But she went through a lot of things. Like I said, I had a kid outside the relationship, even though I was done dirty about that one. But, and that's the problem with men. We have to appreciate our women as well. The same thing you do to get her is the same thing you should do to keep her. And that goes both ways. Woman, if you was doing this and that when you first got with the man, don't start getting lazy and feel like You don't have to do all this now that you got the man. The same thing that you did to get him, it should be the same thing you do to keep him. That's the problem. People get in a relationship and get complacent. And you got to feel, if you find the right one, it's joy in that person. Because you found somebody that you can spend all your time with. Somebody that's going to be your partner throughout life. And I learned a valuable fucking lesson right here. And I'm going to tell you the most valuable lesson I've learned. I done put in work out here in the streets with my homeboys. We done this, that. We done made money together. We done did all this together. But when the time was rough and they was talking about giving me life, my homeboys were damn near ghosts. You know, the only person that was there was my woman. Mm-hmm. And she sat there and wrote it out. Didn't nobody want to help her get the bond money up. She had to get that shit by herself. My own family wasn't even trying to get it. They talking about, man, that's too much. We ain't got this and that. But she struggled, persevered, did what she had to do, and got the money to get me out. My homeboys wasn't doing none of that. And see, that's what people don't realize.
You see,
your woman,
she saw value in you when you was going through that trial. And while you was going through that trial in your life, you learned the value in her. Exactly. And I'm sure when you was going through it, you said, man, if I get out of here, her right there, that's forever.
Exactly. And see, people don't realize this. Your woman, if you get you a woman and y'all truly on that level, a woman would do more for you than your homeboys would ever do for you. Because you are hers and y'all are together, y'all are a family. A woman would cut off her whole family for a guy. A lot of them do. And I'm not saying it's the right choice, but that's how much, if you got a woman, how deeply they will be for you. That's why in most music texts, they say the man and the woman, that's a family on themselves. That's the household. That's the nucleus. And if you get you the right one, or you find the right one and you build that. Mm-hmm. And see, your homeboys, they here for you, but they're not going to do what your woman is going to do for you.
I'm gonna make this statement, and I want to know from all the men. I want to know from all the men, because I already know what Shaw was going to say. But Shawa, you can ask your husband, right? Now listen to this. Shawa says if them stats are true, more than 60% is fucking. No, Shawa, the 16%, they have more than one child with multiple women. That's why the numbers are so high. Those dudes got multiple baby mothers. But here's the thing. Listen to what Upper Echelon said. I think it takes a good woman to make a stronger man. Everyone who agrees with me, put yes in the chat. It takes a good woman to make a stronger man. That's how I feel. Everyone who agrees with me, say yes.
Yes.
I agree 100%. And right now, what I will also agree on is that 16% has the light on them. That 16% has been told. The 16%, they've been put on Front Street in our community to the world and said that this is the majority of black men, and it's not by way of the numbers. And what we as black men have to do is keep doing what we've been doing. But what we need is for the sisters to reciprocate and say, oh, look, that 16%, that's them. Because 84% of these men are good men. And what we're asking for the women to do is to be realistic on your standards. I'm not going to say lower your standards, because a lot of these men will be lowering in their standards to be with you. Be realistic with your standards. This chick that looked like Biggie with the bonnet and all that shit, believe it or not, there's a man out there for her. Believe it or not. But she has to be realistic with her standards. Now I'm going to ask Shawa, do you think that woman with all of those demands and that attitude, do you think she'd be a good wife? The answer is no. Terrence, what up? The answer is no. She would have to be realistic. The first thing a woman would tell her after reading all of that shit. I want to know how many women told her, go on, girl, you'll get it. That's bad advice. She needs an OG to tell her, D-Man Jr., salute. She needs an OG to tell her, slow it down. Okay, you're not going to get a man to do all of that because he's just not going to do it. All right? You got to do for the man as he's doing for you. You got to motivate that man so he can want to do for you. And by the way, could you get in shape? You might want to wear some makeup. Because guess what? Just me and you, you're not the best looking woman in the world. And I'm sure you know that. You think she don't know that? And don't make it a black thing. Oh, because I'm an overweight black woman. Okay, you're overweight. You can fix that. Your face, I don't know. Maybe you can't fix. Maybe you, if you want to go under the knife, that's on you. But
I
be
see
realistic.
Makeup will fix it. I've seen worse get made up.
Yeah, well, she needs to do something because on top of those demands, and then you look at her, it makes you not like her. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And that, see, single women give the worst advice to other women, and I don't know if y'all understand that. I just gave the example of that movie, the Tony Danza movie. He was running around taking advice from this book, and it turns out the dude that wrote the book didn't even have a fucking daughter, and he went crazy at the end of the film.
Single women give advice just to laugh at the next woman. Women,
thank you. They're not trying to help you. They want you fucking miserable like they are, and that's my point. And that's why when I ask, is this a stereotype or is it accurate? It's accurate because these chicks are running around. Single chicks give a single chick advice. It don't work. You know what I'm saying? It's yeah. Well, most young women don't listen. But look at the era we're in. Look at the era we're in. I was dating a chick in the 90s, and I went to pick her up from the club. She came out with her mother and grandmother, and they were all 15 years apart. It was bugged out to me. And they all had big old fat asses. It was like, y'all are all in the club. It was like, y'all are all in the what the fuck? But this is the upbringing. So guess what, Shower? The young kids don't listen either. Young dudes don't listen either. The OGs in my era, when they were doing dirt in the street, and we'd get next to them like, yo, no, get out of here. Get out of here. These OGs now, you know what they're doing? Yo, hold this bag for me. When the police come around, just hold this bag. They're gonna pat me down. They're gonna pat you down. You're 10. There's no code anymore. So we got it over here too. But you know what I do notice? A lot of those OGs that do that, I'm 47. I'm considered an OG. But you know why I think different? I have both parents in the household. I have a father. I was talking to him earlier. All right? I have some friends that grew up with single moms. I've had to talk them off of the ledge. Not literally off of a ledge, but like when they were about to do something stupid, I'm like, yo, you really mad at that? Yeah, man, that. Whoa. Now you handle that? He's gone now, right? Right. He's not coming back now, right? Right. Because he knows if he comes back, he's going to get fucked up, right? Right. So he's gone. Why would you go to his block and do what you think you want to do and think that there's not going to be a reaction? Because every action has a fucking reaction, you dummy. Think. Stop acting like a fucking emotional girl. Raised by his mother. I better not grab a gun and go shoot somebody because they stepped on my Nikes. Shit like that was happening in my city. My father would be like, he stepped on your sneaker and you shot, you fucking dummy. Now you got all this time?
Happens everywhere. We put too much on materialistic possessions. That's what I'm telling you. We worry about the materials instead of the people. And that's a problem. We trying to be like the Joneses. Like, we lost fact on what really matters to people. And that's
okay. Let me address what the sister Shawa says. She says, so stop telling sisters to talk to these hard-headed heifers. I will continue to speak the truth, but not preaching to no knuckleheads anymore. Well, you're entitled, sis, but when I get on my platform, I point out the problem and I ask for solutions. Let me tell you a little story that an African lady told me. She said when she was on the beach, right? When she was a little girl, there was a bunch of starfish on the beach, right? There was a bunch of, let me leave that up there for a second. A bunch of starfish on the beach. And they were dying. So she walks up and she says, man, they're all gonna die. African dudes is like, yeah, man, they're gonna die. So she picks up the starfish and starts throwing them in the ocean. Don't know why they were there, but she starts throwing them in the ocean. And the older guys looked at her and says, so many starfish here, you're not gonna make a difference. You're not gonna save every last one of them. It's not gonna make a difference. And she said, oh yeah? Made a difference to that one. Made a difference to that one. Made a difference to that one. And what she was, the point she was making was, you might not save everyone, but you make a difference. That stuck with me. That shit was so powerful. I didn't make that up. That's something a little African lady told me like a long time ago. And I said, man, and that's what my salute. That's what my show is about. It's gonna hit hard. People are not gonna, it's not gonna register to everybody. But in my heart, I believe that I'm making a difference. You know what I mean? People hit me up behind the scenes and says, yo, man, I needed to hear what you said. And sometimes I'll be so tired when I get out of here, I'll be like, I don't even remember what the fuck I said. But I said something that registered. And if I could reach one, there's 51 people in here right now. If I can reach one person to make a difference, then the job is done. So when you say, stop telling sisters to talk to these hard-headed heifers, I can't not, you can control what you want to do, but I can't not say, give it a try. Because out of 10 of those heifers, you might have one that says, yo, you know what, Miss Shower? You know, I'm with the in crowd, but when they go off and doing their things, start talking, I don't, you know. You're married though. I want to be married. How do I get married, Miss Shower? You know, I don't want them to see me talking to you. Or maybe she won't give a shit because she don't want to be like them. Miserable, fast, liberated, fucking everything in sight. And then after 2 or 3 kids down the road, 35 past the wall, 35 years old past the wall, now they want some man to come clean up their mess. No, she wants to talk to Miss Shower and say, Miss Shower, you got a husband and a champ side jacket, and I want to know how to be like you. You see, Shower, you made a difference. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? So, I mean, I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't try. This show is, I've been wanting to do this. Actually, y'all, I have more fun doing this show than the boxing shit, because the boxing shit gets exhausting. I love Saturdays. You know why? Because I don't have to talk to anybody about boxing on Saturdays. I just don't do it. You understand? It gets exhausting. People are way too emotional. People gets to cursing and making diss videos and sneak diss videos, and there's people threatening lives over a fucking this Bud and it goes from Bud and Errol to I'll fuck you up. And it's like, what are you talking? Wow, I'm not doing that. This is the last day of the year. I promise you, unless somebody steps to me on some physical shit, I'm not going back and forth with anybody. I had that last meltdown. I promise you. Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna do my best not to do that anymore. I just got upset because there was all black people. That was a nigga moment I had. Because it breaks my heart. If it was a bunch of white folks or Asian folks or Latinos, I can ignore that. Because like, look at these motherfuckers. 90% of that beef is racist. When it's a bunch of niggas, that's crabs in a barrel. So when I come over here, this is me exhaling right now. That boxing shit gets exhausting. This is me exhaling. I want to make a difference. Bumpy, what up? Cop Killer. I want to make a difference. I just want to try. I want to try. And I know sometimes I've had good stories when I've talked to shorties. I've had shorties that be like, yo, nigga, you think you know every fucking thing, man? Fuck you, the old nigga. You don't know what the fuck it is. This shit is different out here. And it's really not. It's really not. Their brains is going at 100 miles an hour and they don't know what the fuck it is. And really all I'm telling them to do, yo, look, you got this issue, da-da-da-da. Yo, listen, how about this? You ever thought about walking away? Nah, fuck that, man. That nigga disrespected me. He gonna do it again. Walk away. Nah, fuck that, nigga. You don't know what it is, man. You can turn your back and nigga. Do what you want to do. I'm just trying to mediate the situation. How mad can they get at you when you're trying to be, when you're talking to them with a calm tone and you're trying to be peaceful? How mad can they get with you? And you know what I do? Because before I feel my shit, because I be wanting to grab them by the neck like, yo, look, you little fucking nigga. This ain't the neighborhood for this shit. I could easily do it, but I don't. You know what I have to do? I walk away. I say, yo, all right, man. Do what you need to do. But just know that every action has a reaction. They love locking us up. They love shooting us. They looking. You remember that old West Indian song? Just give me a reason. Those police ride around here talking that shit, singing that song. Give me a reason. Yo, one bad decision from something being on your record all your life, or you think you about to throw hands with this dude, and that dude got a deuce in his pocket, and he shoots you in the eye, and it's over for you. It's over. You gotta think like that. You gotta think like that. Yeah, hey, Shawa, I called out of work that day. Believe it or not, I didn't go to work. When I got off the live, I had to take a pill, and I called out. I said, I gotta go lay down. I was so mad.
Hey, it's 40 y'all in here. Can I get at least 20 subs on my 2 channels for people? I appreciate the 2 people that subscribe to both my channels, man. But, you know, at least give me a chance, man. I'm going to drop y'all the knowledge. I'm going to keep the heat coming. Just let me at least get 20 of y'all to subscribe to both my channels, man.
Go subscribe to the fam, man. Each one teach one, man. And we trying to grow, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we on the job, man. And again, I'm not only rough on the women, I'm rough on the community. All right.
Oh, thank you, Theo. I was talking about the 2. I put 2 links in the chat. My Judas Elect and the Upper Echelon fan, brother. But I appreciate you subscribing to this one right here, Theo. But yeah, the Upper Echelon man and the Judas Elect.
You know, I'm rough on the community, and I know the ladies think I be rough on them, but when you're on the other channel, I do play that monkey video, right? I got 3 monkey videos, and I'm in the process of remixing those too.
Thank you, love.
You understand? I'm rough on us. I can ignore other ethnicities coming to fuck with us, but I got a problem now. Now listen, the shit that I say about the community, it's not off. We got problems. But you know what? Y'all listen to me, y'all get mad at me. But then if a white person just comes up in here and they say drop a link and they turn their camera on and be like, yeah, why do y'all, you know, y'all ladies like being single mothers and they don't, and my community don't do that. And, you know, my wife honors me and he starts pointing out all of these facts. What are you going to do? That's why I asked, is it a stereotype or is it accurate?
Yeah, I'm tougher on our people because I don't want that right there to happen. I don't want no other race to come in and them point out our faults and laugh at us, because I feel like we deserve more respect. Like, we was chosen as a people and we just don't realize it. I mean, if you look at it, we the best runners, the fastest runners, we brilliant people, man. And we the smartest people as well. Like, America was built off our backs. Most countries was built off our backs.
This world was built on
the whole world was built off our knowledge and our backs and our strengths. And we are the draw. We are who people want to see in every sport. And I can't stand for another race to sit there and laugh at us like we're some kind of Rudy Poos or like we're less than what we is. We are gods and kings and queens and goddesses, and we should be treated as such, and we should act as such and act accordingly. instead of acting like hooligans.
Let me say this, man. There's another channel ran by a white person, and I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want y'all going over there and fucking with him. But one day I was just over there, and he was supposed to be talking about something, but he got sidetracked, and he had these two white guys, these two dirty looking white dudes, and one of them was British. And I'm like, what's going on here? And the British dude said he wants he said, I want to have a panel. I said, I want to have a Black American man on here. And then he starts asking questions about politics, and I'm sitting there, and listen, man, the questions he was asking, to me, it was like common fucking sense. I'm like, how fucking, but the thing was, it's like, and I had the mouse in my hand, and I almost clicked the fucking link. I was 2 seconds from it, and I said, this motherfucker's, he really doesn't know what we go through out here, man. But he was asking questions. He was asking about the welfare system, the Black household. And now, when he said the Black household, there were going to be some things that, unfortunately, I would have to answer truthfully. And it would be involving the women. And I would have to break down the numbers, the facts, the data, the statistics. I would have to break that down. And but the way he was talking like Black people are down bad. And he was asking some questions, but he had a preconceived notion about what was going on over here. And I don't know whether it was him just being ignorant or just because he was saying it with a smile and it was pissing me off. And I said, I can go school this dude and bring up all the statistics and the data surrounding it. But I was really mad that he was questioning the unity of Black people. But then I said, you know what?
He's right.
I'll get him this fucking live, and there's a lot of things that he was questioning that he was right about. And
But
that's why I got mad. And I never clicked that link because I didn't want to get on there. And I could take over a conversation. I would drag him in another direction. And I would say a lot of other shit. But I didn't want to get into it. So what I did was I turned the computer off and went to bed. That's what I did. But I don't like being in that position because we could be so much greater than what we are. So when I talk about Black women and their issues, when I talk about Black men, all right, I just said in my boxing channel, in that community, there's a bunch of Black men that don't like us. So that's a problem in itself. You understand? When I talk about these things, it's serious. But the main thing that I've been talking about as of late is how we need to make a deal. And it's unfortunate that, some of the young ladies and some of the young men don't see it. Yeah, I know Shawa, it's not their business, but the fact that he was on that channel talking that shit, I was so enraged. But the shit that he was asking, I was like, man, I'd have to tell the truth about all of it.
I would have told his ass, dude, it's more white people on welfare than Black people, right? I would have said, it's more white people that's abusing the system than Black people.
Bro, it turned into a 5-hour conversation that I didn't want to. I just went to bed.
Yeah, I feel you, but I would have
like,
bombarded with facts, though.
But you see, now watch this. That's the enemy. That motherfucker right there. Because he knew the answer to a lot of that shit. But I went on that live and lit him up. But there was a lot of shit that I'd have had to tell the truth on, like the lack of unity. But there was a lot of shit he was asking. I said, he know the answer to this shit, but he's British and he's acting like he's better than us.
He acted like a condescending asshole.
Yeah, a condescending that's exactly the word. I was there, and I want to know that I was like, oh my God. I wanted to and I almost clicked the link. I said, I'm gonna tear his ass up. But I said, you know what? I'm not. Because there's gonna be some things I'm gonna tell the truth about. But I'm gonna take all directions, man.
We are great people that need to realize our greatness. We was once great, but we fell from grace. We need to get back there.
And that's all I want, bro.
The only people
who our bodies, the melanin in our skin, can take sunlight and directly change it into vitamin D and energy. Like, we are made for the sun. Like, the sun, no other people can do that. The other people, they can't do that. It burns them. Our skin turns it into energy and vitamin D.
Anything lighter than the darkest African is recessive. The hair, straight hair is recessive. Lighter eyes is recessive. Okay, Stephen Curry is the king of light-skinned niggas as it is right now. He's recessive. That's just the reality of it. You understand? It's a recessive gene. That's genetics right there. You understand? And I agree with you, Shawa. I agree. But I had to stay out of that conversation. But I agree 100%, man. That term cognitive dissonance. And for those that don't know what that means, I think I have that queued up right here. Here you go. Theory in social psychology, it refers to the mental conflict that occurs when a person's behaviors and beliefs do not align. It may also happen when a person holds two beliefs that contradict one another. And that is what we deal with. And that's what was that guy was displaying. And I was gonna bust his ass, man. I was gonna bust his ass, but I said, man, I'll be on this shit for 5 hours, going viral, and I'm just gonna go, man, nope. My heart started racing. I said, nah, I'm not gonna do it. But I just want to remind you guys, this shit right here is yeah. I ain't had time. I had to go to work the next day. This shit right here is a reality. This was put out there. This is offensive, and I need more sisters to stand up. You know what I'm saying? Shawa's to me, she's a perfect candidate to talk because she's a married woman. And she out here, she supports, and I love my sisters. I love is the word. I love Queen. I love Shauna. For those of you that don't know, I know Shauna personally. I know her personally, like in real life. I guess she was asleep tonight. But,
I love my sister too. Like Shawa, that's my dog right there. That's my sister, not my dog. That's my sister.
Shawa, you and your husband need to come to the next meetup, man. Black Vision, that's my other sister. Her and her husband. I'll be working with them behind the scenes too. And this is what the community is about, man. We want to grow, we want to help, and that's what I'm saying. I know it's tough, but we have to ignore the naysayers and the haters, and all we got to do is turn around and grow. Because every time they talking shit about us, we're growing from 300 members to 400 to 500. You're gonna turn around, there's gonna be like 10,000 of us. You know what I'm saying? And people are gonna be, oh, well, fuck the LDBC. Yeah, fuck us, but look at what we've done. Look what we've accomplished. This guy's monetized. That guy's monetized. This one is monetized. Everyone's generating revenue, and we could move mountains. What we could do? This little bullshit YouTube money, we can get together and say, look, how much it costs to buy that building in Chicago or in New York or in Miami, and we could put a gym in there, and have the kids do something with after school programs there, and we could put LDBC recreational, and we all have a hand in it. You know how powerful that is?
That's scoping the future by educating the youth.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why everybody that subscribed to my channels, I appreciate it. Tomorrow I'm gonna be dropping that heat right there because I already got them already done. I'm just gonna wait till the morning time to drop them. But I'm gonna show the greatness of our people. Like, that's what I'm showing, the greatness of our people, where we came from and where we're about to go to, and where they don't want you to know. Because we are a great and mighty people, and they can't stop our shine. That's why they try to cut our brothers down and put them down every time they see. Just like the Irvin situation, they don't want you to know. But I'm gonna break it down. Everybody that subscribe, I'm gonna break it all the way down so you know.
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to both of his brothers' channels, man. And remember what I said. I know Shauna wasn't here with you, but y'all heard me say it. It takes a good woman to make a stronger man.
And like I said, I don't put all the blame on the women. I put more blame on the man than the woman, because we got to set the example, period. It was man first, then woman. That's what woman stands from. The root word, woe and man, that means from man. Like the sun is the beginning of the universe, which is knowledge, but the woman is the moon, which is secondary, which reflects off the light of the sun. So if your woman's not reflecting the right light, that means that you're not shining bright enough for her to reflect. And we got to come together and we need to shine off so both our lights can shine, and not one dim the other, but together shine brightly.
I'm gonna come from a slightly different approach. 1964, the black women got they allowed the government to bamboozle them, and they slowly over a organized effort, well played by the government, got the black man out the house, and they did not realize the consequences and repercussions behind that. And now you got a slew of single mothers raising a bunch of fuck niggas. So yeah, the fuck niggas are fucking up.
And they indoctrinating the kids in them schools and everything, teaching them the agenda.
Thank you. And we're gonna stop right there, because what they're doing now, when they raising these bunch of these fuck niggas who are not responsible with their penis, who were raised by single mothers, who don't know how to be men, now their kids are in school learning about anal sex. And that's a real story. That's real. You understand? This is why we need to make deals. Man, get with a woman, make a household, procreate, and teach those kids the core values of a black family. There's nothing threatening about that, because we're all American, right? We're all American, right? Remove black out of it. The family structure has been fucked off. You understand? Young Hollywood, salute. So we need to, thank you, Shara. Thank you, Lovers World. We all need to do our part. I'm not perfect. There's a lot of brothers not perfect, but you know what? People that are just sitting there saying, yo, you know what? Something got to give.
My children homeschooled. I got mine homeschooled. They're not going.
And I don't blame you.
They got people coming to read to your children, and now they just passed the law that they can teach sex eggs to kindergartners.
Bro, that black bitch in Rhode Island was twerking on her head in a thong, talking about vote for her.
Talking about that girl from Delaware.
Yeah, man. I wanted to kick her down a flight of stairs, man. Because I can't believe that.
Song and dance. You know what I saw when I seen her doing it? Guess what I was thinking about? I was thinking about the little gypsy with the damn monkey that has the little spinning box, and the monkey go out there and dance. You know the little
yeah.
That's exactly what I thought about.
You know, she wanted to teach your first grader how to masturbate, right?
Yeah, kindergarten.
Yeah,
they talk about kindergarten. And Drew, you make sure you subscribe too, brother, because I want you to see what I'm about to drop.
I got 3 channels, brother. I subscribed as we was talking.
Yeah, I want you to see what I drop on that Judah's Elect tomorrow.
Please, absolutely.
I'm gonna help y'all get
views, man. But I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta go to the plantation in the morning, and then from there, after that, I'm going to my mama's house, and that's gonna be the party right there. Watch the ball drop. Man, it's been a brilliant year, man, and thank you. This is a strong close to the year. You know, I got a lot of things popping. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Bear Cave Entertainment. You know, there's no content on that yet, but content coming soon. That's the Nerd Channel. We kick our feet up here where we discuss we have a lot of adult conversations, real life situations we discuss with class here. But in Bear Cave, wrestling, video games, and manly stuff. And it's not exclusive to men, though. The sisters could show up. If you like comic books and movies and stuff like that, come on over. I'm going to put content up there in January. And we're going to have some fun, man. We're going to have a lot of fun. Brother, thank you so much, man. This has been a dope-ass show.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate all y'all that subscribe to me and everybody that's there. And I don't celebrate the New Year. I mean, it's just me, just like I don't celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas as well. But for y'all that's out there with the holidays, I mean, you know, I wish you a well day. And I hope all y'all are pleased and blessed. And all y'all that subscribe to me, tomorrow I have something for y'all to check out that'll help you on your way. And I just hope y'all help to see the light. Peace and shalom to everybody.
Yes, sir. Flyboy Plays, we're going to get to work this January, man. Me and you. I was just waiting for the year to end. We got some things we got to do, man. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all year. And don't miss LDBC Strong Sunday because we got Nonito Donaire and Rachel Donaire coming through. And that's going to be a blast, man. So I'll holler at everybody, man. Catch you on the rebound.